jump straight into it. So everything that we love, obviously, is when self-awareness hits an all-time high. For example, when the Democratic Party... Hey, Def1, how are you? When the Democrats actually, or the mainstream media in this case, actually admit that mass immigration hands Virginia to the Democrats. Because nothing says we are woke and we are completely doing this just because of votes. But let's jump into it. A tidal wave of mass immigration has tilted the field towards the Democrats in the state of Virginia, and New York Times admits. Like I said, nothing like self-admittance. Last week, Democrats took control of Virginia's House of Delegates and the state Senate. Now the Democrats hold the power over the state's legislature, the governor's seat and the lieutenant governor's seat, the first time since 1993. This has occurred. The New York Times has now admitted that 4 to 5 decades of mass immigration, where about 1.2 million legal immigrants are admitted to the United States every year, has shifted Virginia into a blue state. They're admitting this. They've literally admitted, yes, we jerry-rigged the election by bringing in mass immigration for over 5 years. Oh, by the way, can you also please shut down the border? Right, we want open borders. Oh, by the way, we managed to affect the outcome of an election by bringing in mass immigration. Like, nothing like admitting it yourself, I suppose, is there? So no long time ago, the rolling green stretch of North Virginia was farmland. Most people who could vote had grown up here, and when they did, they usually chose Republicans. The field of Lecundus County disappearing, and the place is now a row of cookie-cutter townhouses, clipped lawns, and cul-de-sacs. Sorry. A suburb landscape for as far as the eye can see, unlike 3 decades ago. The residents are now often from other places like India or Korea. And when they vote, it's often for Democrats. So, it's a totally different world now, says Charles Poland, 85, a retiring history professor, whose family has lived in the Canada country for 4 generations. His family farm is now dotted with subdivision filled with 4 and 5 bedroom homes that sell for $750,000. So not only have they managed to swing the state towards the Democrats, but all of a sudden now the home prices have gone through the roof. Great. Hey Leah, how are you? So the family legacy is a road named Poland. If my parents came back today, they wouldn't recognize the place. The changes came like a tidal wave. So here is a idea of population when it comes to, obviously, to the area. So you can sort of see where, obviously, the population has just blossomed. You know, like there was literally hardly anything around here. It was mostly all around Alexandria, and now it's everywhere. So, yeah. Look, at the end of the day, we know, hey, yeah, at least you don't have to worry about your landlord today. But like I say, yeah, look, at the end of the day, obviously, we know this is what they do. They do this because they want to bring in mass immigration, because it swings the states towards the Democratic Party. We know this, right? It's just that we have mainstream media now admitting it. Okay, self-awareness level is 9,000. But at the end of the day, you're not telling us something that we didn't already know, I suppose, is my argument to this. But hey, next time someone turns around and says to me, no, this isn't true, we're not bringing in immigrants just so we can swing the state, I can turn around and say, well, look at Virginia and the New York Times, because they just literally admitted that they did. So, yeah, at the end of the day, yeah, look, it's not new, obviously. But I suppose it's always good to have it in black and white. Thank you, New York Times, for being self-aware, I suppose. But yeah, guys, obviously let us know what your thoughts are in the comment section below.